In this video, we're breaking down something that trips up a ton of new business owners. What's the difference between a sole proprietorship and a single member LLC? More importantly, how do you know which one's better for you? This video is sponsored by Bizee. If you're thinking about forming an LLC or filing a DBA and you want a simple way to get started while supporting this channel, then check out the links down in the description below. These are affiliate links, which means we may earn a small commission if you use them at no extra cost to you. It really helps us keep making videos just like this. Now, with that out of the way, let's break down the differences between a sole proprietorship and a single member LLC and figure out which one's actually better for you. Now, before we get into the details, I want to let you know that some of the service providers that we feature pay us a referral fee at no additional cost to you. You'll find links to them in the description below, and if you decide to use those links, it's a great way to support our channel, and we really appreciate it. What's going on, everyone? I'm Eric Hunsker, and if you're building something from scratch, you've probably heard people say, just start as a sole proprietorship, it's easy. But you've also heard others say, go LLC, it's safer. So which one is it? Let's break it down. What is a sole proprietorship? Let's start with the simplest one. A sole proprietorship isn't something you apply for. It's not something you file with your state. It's just what you are by default the second you start doing business on your own. If you mow someone's lawn for money, freelance online, or start selling products under your own name, congratulations, you're a sole proprietor. No paperwork, no legal setup, no state registration. Just you doing business. Sounds easy, right? It is. But that simplicity comes at a cost. You're personally responsible for everything. If someone sues your business, they're suing you. If there's a contract dispute, a debt, or even an accident, your personal bank account, your house, and your car could all be on the line. There's no legal separation between you and your business. You are the business. What is a single member LLC? Now let's talk about the single member LLC, short for limited liability company. This is something you have to register with your state. You pick a name for your company, file the paperwork, and pay the filing fee. The biggest difference? An LLC creates a separate legal entity. That means your business is now legally distinct from you as a person. So if something goes wrong, a lawsuit, a debt, a contract issue, the liability stops at the LLC. In most cases, your personal stuff is protected. That's why they call it limited liability. Liability, the real difference. Let's drive this home with a real life example. Say you're a photographer. As a sole proprietor, if something goes wrong at a shoot, maybe someone trips over your light stand and breaks a wrist, you could be held personally responsible. Your insurance might help, but if they sue, your personal assets are fair game. Now let's say you're working through an LLC. In most situations, the lawsuit would be against the LLC, not you personally. That legal buffer can be a lifesaver if you're doing anything even remotely risky or client-facing. But here's the catch. If you're the one who personally causes harm, say you spill coffee on someone's laptop, the LLC doesn't always protect you. You can still be held liable for your own negligence. So while an LLC adds a protective shell, it's not a magic force field. It helps most when you have employees or when your business starts getting big enough that risk is harder to manage personally. Taxes. Pretty much the same until they're not. Now, here's where people get confused. A sole proprietorship and a single member LLC are taxed the same way by default. Both of them are what the IRS calls pass-through entities. You just report your business income and expenses on your personal tax return, usually with a Schedule C. But here's where LLCs have a little bonus feature. You can choose to have your LLC taxed as an S corporation later on. That's where potential tax savings come in, especially once you start making more money. With an S corp election, you might be able to split your income between salary and distributions to save on self-employment tax. That can get a little complex, but it's something sole proprietors don't have access to at all. So think of it like this. Under $50,000 a year, the tax difference is minimal. Over $75,000 a year, that S-Corp option might start making a difference. Setup, cost, and ongoing requirements. Here's where the sole proprietorship shines. It's instant and free. You don't have to file anything. You don't have to pay anything. You can literally just start doing business today and you're good. An LLC, that takes a little more work. You need to file with your state. It costs about $40 to $300 depending on your state. You may need a registered agent, and you'll likely need to file annual reports. You need to keep your business finances separate, ideally with a business bank account. So it's more work up front. And yeah, it's a little more money. But again, you're trading that time and cost for liability protection. And if you ever want to look more legit on paper, this is where LLCs start to feel worth it. Credibility and branding. Let's be real. John Smith, the freelance writer, looks different than Smith Creative LLC. LLCs can make you look more established. You'll probably find it easier to open a business bank account, apply for a business credit card, or even get approved for certain tools. Clients might take you more seriously, and if you ever want to hire contractors, bring on partners, or scale, it's easier to do that under an LLC. This is also where Tailor Brands shines. Their LLC formation process is clean, visual, and perfect if you're coming from a creative or personal brand background. If you're stepping up from a casual sole proprietorship to real business presence, then that's worth checking out. If you want to get started with Tailor Brands, we'll leave a link for you down in the description below. It's a really easy way to go ahead and get started with an LLC, and they have a couple different plans to choose from. They have the Light plan, which is free. You just pay the state filing fees. You get the LLC formation and the business coaching program. Then there's the Essential plan for $130 a year, which if you use the link down in the description, you're going to save 35%. So you get a $30 Amazon gift card with that, the LLC formation, legal compliance, some expedited processing, and a business coaching program. Now, the Elite plan is $162 per year. And again, you're going to get 35% off by using the link down in the description. Here you get LLC formation, legal compliance, expedited processing. You even get a domain, a website, as well as that business coaching program. So to get started, you just choose your state and go ahead and click on claim discount. Then it's just going to go ahead and walk you through their little setup process, which is super easy. They just ask, what your business name is, and they'll go ahead and search it for your state's LLC's availability. And you can go ahead and click on check availability, and it looks like it is available. And we'll go ahead and click on next. Then it's going to ask what stage that you're currently in, whether it's just an idea, taking the steps, about to launch, or already in business. I'm going to go ahead and click skip for now. It's going to ask when you're planning to launch. Then you can go ahead and fill out your industry. So for here, maybe I'll go ahead and just type in coffee, put in coffee shop. We offer physical goods and professional services. Maybe we'll click on physical goods, click next. Then it's going to ask you're planning to hire employees. It's going to ask what your annual income goal is for your business. Then it's going to ask where we'll serve our customers. Here it's going to ask what else you're planning to do, and it can give you some help along the way. It's going to ask what you've already set up. You can go ahead and click skip. It'll ask how you discovered them. Then it's going to ask if you want to join their free coaching program, and then some contact information. So it's a really awesome platform. So if you want to get started with it, we'll go ahead and leave a link for you down in the description below. Now, which one's better for you? Let's break it down simply. You should stick with the sole proprietorship if you're just testing an idea. If you're doing occasional freelance work, if you're not making much yet, under $30,000 to $40,000 a year. You're not signing contracts or working with clients face to face. But you should go LLC if you're making real money. You want to protect your personal assets. You're signing contracts or managing risk. You're building a brand, team, or a legit business. And if you want an easy way to form your LLC, we recommend ZenBusiness. It's one of the most beginner-friendly platforms out there. Now, and if you want an easy way to form your LLC, we have a couple different recommendations. Tailor Brands is a great one that we recommend. Another one is ZenBusiness. It's one of the most beginner-friendly platforms out there. They even help you stay compliant afterward, which most people forget about. Or if you're not quite ready for an LLC, but you still want to operate under a business name, then check out Bizee. They let you file a DBA or form an LLC, depending on which path you're ready for. We'll have links for all those down in the description as well. Some quick FAQs. Can I start as a sole proprietorship and switch to an LLC later? Yes, and tons of people do it. Just remember to notify your clients, update your payment systems, and apply for a new EIN. Do I need a separate bank account for my LLC? Yes. It's not just best practice. It helps you keep that liability protection. Mixing personal and business finances can pierce the veil. What if I already have an EIN as a sole proprietor? If you switch to an LLC, you'll likely need a new EIN unless you're taxed as a disregarded entity. Double check with the IRS or a tax pro. Do I need a DBA for my sole proprietorship? Only if you want to use a name that isn't your own. For example, if your name is Alex Rivera and you want to do business as Rivera Marketing, then you'd need a DBA. Does an LLC protect me from everything? No. You're still responsible for your own actions, and things like fraud, personal guarantees, or negligence can still put you on the hook. So starting a business is exciting, but it also comes with real decisions. And the sole proprietor versus LLC question is one of the first forks in the road. If you're just dabbling, a sole proprietorship can be enough to get started. But if you're taking your business seriously, especially if there's money or risk involved, forming an LLC is usually the smart move. Either way, just know that there's no wrong answer. There's just the right one for where you are right now. Now, let me know down in the comments, are you staying sole proprietorship or switching to an LLC? And if you're ready to file, check out the links below for ZenBusiness, Bizee, or Tailor Brands, whichever one fits your style best. If you want to get started with setting up your LLC or holding company, you'll find those links down in the description. These are affiliate links, which means we earn a small commission when you use them at no extra cost to you. And these commissions really help support the channel and allow us to continue to create free content just like this. So if you end up using them, we thank you so much in advance. And if you found this video helpful, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you never miss another video. Here on the LLC channel, we cover everything that you need to know about forming, managing, and scaling your LLC or holding company, plus some smart tax strategies and business tips to help you grow. So be sure to subscribe. But other than that, thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you here in the next video.